Hello again, YouTube. This is Dr.Kendo, and I'm back with Scribblenauts Unlimited commentary for the Wii U. We're here at Storybook Keep, a new level. It's very fitting for what I'm about to do because we're going to go into the object editor here based on a request by multiple people. We're editing up a boxer here, as in the boxer human being, not the dog. And so we've got a request from Shiny Pokemon Hunter Ma, Home of the Miners, all one word, 273 Goku, and Prince Tarble, who have all asked for an anime-related request. So anime, and specifically DBZ fans, will be happy because they have asked if we could make Super Saiyan Goku. But I also had a request a little bit later on that it's kind of asking me to make the regular Goku, not just the Super Saiyan. So we're going to start off just making Goku non-Super Saiyan. And this is so funny because I've colored, the boxer's body orange and everything like that. And then Goku has these blue clothes underneath. And so I did this, for the blue I did napkin. And so he's actually got a napkin right there. Obviously that is not what it's meant to be, but we're going to make his belt be blue right here, and I want to get some good arms that look a little bit more muscular rather than just looking like puny normal Scribblenauts guy's arms. So what I've done there was bodybuilder, and we got to color it back the right skin color. Oh geez, that's not it. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. I don't know, it's hard to get the flesh tone right there. Maybe if I edited it a little bit, got my own custom color here, that looks a little bit better. It's not going to be a huge deal because we're going to put on Goku's wristbands and things like that. And so let's see. We also need the other arm, so the arm for the other side. Gosh, the bodybuilder's arms look so weird. I mean, really, arms in Scribblenauts just look kind of weird. And we got to make sure that this arm is mapped to where his actual left arm should be. So I've turned on the grid. That's what all those green little squares are. And we have moved it into the correct position. So that's all looking pretty good. And now Goku, of course, has crazy hair. I don't know how in the world I'm going to do this. I'm just going to have to kind of experiment here. So, of course, I've typed in hair. That's, my favorite thing, of course, for a lot of different hairstyles and whatever. It can do a lot. But we're also going to need these kind of spikiness and maybe some basic shapes and stuff in there to give it, I guess, the volume and whatnot. So Goku's hair is going to be quite a challenge. I'm looking at a picture of Goku, though, so I'm hoping that this is going to help me kind of at least get to where I want it to be. It's like Goku kind of has, it's like if you imagine this, it's like he's got a bunch of spikes in the back, and then he sort of has where the round part of his head is in his hair, and then he's got spikes in the front, and those spikes in the front are like really big. So I'm going to want to use a horn for the spikes in the front. This is the same thing that we used for Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow and whatnot to give them their spikes on the back of their head and stuff. So I think that this is going to do well for Goku's hair. This is not too bad, right? Yeah, man, do I need to flip it? Oh, I don't know. No, that definitely does not look right. Yeah, we're going to do both the spikes facing up. And then Goku has a little bit of hair coming down, in the front of his face. So let's see. That's all looking pretty good. I mean, this is halfway decent, right? I mean, Goku's hair is going to be a hard thing to accomplish, probably. It's just such an odd shape. But a fun thing that I actually heard was, if there's any Simpsons or Futurama fans out there, Matt Groening is, the writer and creator of The Simpsons and Futurama. And he really likes characters that can be seen as a silhouette, and you know exactly who they are. And so I think that Goku, the Dragon Ball Z guys, they're kind of similar. Although some of them, it's like when there's too many of them with the spiky hair and whatnot, it could be that you'll mistake them for somebody else, like, I don't know who, Raditz and like SS Vegeta. I don't know. Anyway, we're making Goku's eyes here. I didn't want to just use the little dots for eyes, so I don't mean dot the item. I just mean like the default dots that come on the head item. And so I've done these little trapezoid-like shapes in the geometry library. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I've mentioned this in previous commentaries, but there's basically here in the stamp tool, there is a library of just shapes, various geometrical shapes. And so we got to color Goku's boots here. They're blue. That's all. This is actually looking kind of dope. This is awesome. And so I want to get something that is good for like his wristbands. And I'm not sure. I may just have to use a geometric shape, but I'm going to try this pipe. It just looks way too big on his arm like that. But I guess we'll, check it out when I've got the color on it and whatnot, because it's supposed to just be wristbands, but the way it looks now is like it goes all the way up past his elbow and stuff and almost up to his shoulder. So that may not work out. It looks okay. I'm not really sure though. Man, we should at least maybe just try it with, well, are there any other... This is what you got to do in the object editor, is if you spend enough time in it and whatnot, you still don't always know everything, but you got to look for the various pieces that could go with it and what could possibly look the same shape. Like you could use a croissant for an evil grin or smile or something like that, and you have to think outside the box like that. Here's an idea I have. Normally I don't do ears on my Scribblenauts human characters, but I can't stop staring at Goku's ears in this picture now, like with his hair and whatnot. It just doesn't seem right. So I think I'm going to give him this ear, and putting one on the other side didn't really work out, so definitely I had to drag that to the trash. But let's see, what else can we do to make this look more Goku-ish? So let's actually go back to the wristband, and we'll take one of these. I think it's like the demon stamps and stuff. It's in the random library of like 29 pages of shapes and whatnot. We'll use this demon's arm, I think is what it is. It's just this demon part. We'll use that for the wristband. And of course, paint it blue. It defaults on red because it's this demon thing. So there we go. We got to move it around on this other arm so that it, looks right. And of course, throw away the pipe. So I think we can name him now. That's getting us near the end of creating Goku here. So we've got him named Goku. And of course, actually, one thing that I'm also noticing here is that I want to give him shoulder pads, or not really pads, but it's like the clothes that he wears goes onto his shoulders. They go beyond he doesn't have sleeveless clothes. So I'm using this mummy body right here. So, and he's got a little bit of that blue showing up. So I think that since you can kind of color and segment out the various parts of this mummy body, then it'll look good for, showing the blue and making the orange still show up there. And so, of course, let's make him beefy and give him a lot of health, and he sounds like a boxer. I think that that's okay. But let's change what people react to him as. So we'll do hero. Of course, Goku is a hero, probably the most heroic of all on DBZ. And so his weapon, he could shoot, that's Dragon Ball Z characters do a lot of different weapons and whatnot, but we'll just make him bash for this. And when we create Super Saiyan Goku, we'll make him actually shoot. And so, of course, Goku can fly, so we've enabled him to fly. And I turned his movement speed way up. He should be able to move pretty fast. And so we want him to, of course, in his behaviors, protect his friends and stuff and the good. And oh wait, you can't even type friends, but it has a thing for family on the menu, so I will just hit family. So that's okay. I think that'll do. And let's see if there's anything we can do with the scripting triggers. This can get really extensive, if you really get into it. I, of course, would want him to fight evil, if he saw the evil. So I guess we'll make it if he sees an object is the first thing we'll do. And then if you go into the specifics of that, you can do a filter entry and basically add in what specific things he's going to see that it will do. And so I've done criminals and villains, or evil, I guess I should say, because I tried to type in villains, but all different things were popping up. It didn't really let you do villains, so it's kind of strange. But they have sort of general entities whenever you're editing this, though, so you have to often do kind of general things. And so let's have it that he destroys evil as well. We got that as another behavior. So I think that we're pretty good, though. We've done a lot of scripting for him, and I think he's ready. That's our Goku. Oh, but wait, I need to give him a shoulder pad on the other side. I'm glad that I caught this. Okay, there we go. That's definitely looking a little better there. So sweet, there's Goku. I actually had no idea how this was going to turn out. Oh, man, I like it. I mean, most of my items, they can't really have mouths because the mouths in this game just kind of look kind of ridiculous. But look who else I've created. I've got Vegeta here, and so they should fight because I've spec'd Vegeta to basically attack heroes and whatnot. So this is a Vegeta that I created, and I gave him a little grinning smiley, I guess. And he's got a tail, it's just like one of the basic 29-page library tales. I don't even know what that belongs to, probably some kind of dog. But I put it right there because, kind of the old school Vegeta look was that he had his tail wrapped around where his belt would be. And man, it looks like Vegeta's gonna win this fight. Evil is gonna triumph over good because, Vegeta's, Goku, what are you doing push-ups? That's crazy. So yeah, Vegeta won because Goku did some push-ups and didn't get in last hit. So would you look at that? Vegeta is the winner. and now Vegeta's doing push-ups like, I'm the best Saiyan warrior there is. And so, of course, I promised that, as per the request, we were going to do Super Saiyan characters for these, and I actually had another request from random SHIT-TV09, who said, make Goku and Vegeta fight, and so I will make their Super Saiyan forms also fight, just as I've made their normal forms fight right here, and so, for the purposes of this video, I may just kind of skip through most of the editing here, but we've used horns, and we've used basically a combination of horns and hair to make the Super Saiyan Goku's hair right there. This actually, I feel like this looks a lot better than, the black hair that I did earlier. So let's make him actually have the superhero source audio now that he's different and beef him up. We want him to shoot, and I want him to kind of shoot like some energy beams and stuff. I'm not really sure what's going to happen if I just type in beam, but that's what we've done there, and I'm not sure, we may need to go back in and do like circle or sphere, because I think it's going to probably just do like a beam, like a scaffolding beam, like a construction beam. And so, of course, editing Super Saiyan Vegeta will also be a similar principle, just using hair and horns, and we've got this one diamond shape just from the general geometry library. I did that specifically so that he could have his Widow's Peak thing, except for we may be able to just accomplish that with one of the horns. Anytime that I can basically knock out some stamps and not have to use so many, that's good, because you always run the risk of running out of stamp space. And so we don't want that to happen. So we've got Super Saiyan Vegeta coming up here. His hair is normally already kind of vertical like that, and, Goku's has that shape and definition to it, but Vegeta's is always pretty much vertical, but as a Super Saiyan, both of them pretty much have just vertical spikes like this. So here's Vegeta with his crazy tag. He looks like he's wearing like a lion's mane or something on his head. That's pretty sweet, though. We've got the Widow's Peak right there, and I'm going to make it to where it's the Vegeta without the tail. So let's go ahead and color everything else. Oh man, I can't reach this last one. No, I can't color it white. We're gonna have to move things out of the way here. Oh, there was another one hiding. There we go. All right. Okay, so that's much better. Instead of Vegeta having the mummy part for his shoulder pads, we're going to make it on the chest because he has that, like kind of golden thing, I guess, on the chest right there. And this is his sleeveless armor, but he's got the blue underneath. So yeah, this kind of looks like Vegeta. As much as Scribblenauts can kind of make it. It's, it's like, these are not going to be exact spitting images of the characters and whatnot, especially when you're getting into like human type characters. It's never going to be an actual real spitting image. I think I got pretty dang close with Pikachu and some of my other ones, but definitely with these, I think that, there are some big limits to that. So what are we going to make him shoot? We'll try to type laser, but I think that also is not really going to come out. Okay, I've definitely decided that I'm going to edit out a lot of the footage and whatnot because I made them attack using a beam and a laser for Vegeta and Goku, and it did not come out with what we wanted. Laser just put out a laser gun, and a beam did do a construction beam. So I've made them now where Goku shoots a circle and Vegeta shoots a sphere, and the circles and spheres keep destroying each other. Oh, okay, so there's some hits. All right, so we got to see who's going to win the battle between Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta. They should be evenly matched. All their stats are the same. They basically have a lot of health and they do max damage, which I think is just 100, and they shoot a very similar item. It's not like one's going to give them advantage over the other. I need to move him because they're not going to make it anywhere. Oh gosh, that was close. Oh man, so this is going to take a while, I'm assuming. Just watching them shoot back and forth. Oh geez. But it's like in real Dragon Ball Z, where they like shoot things at the same time and like the beams or the, attacks basically are like hitting each other and they got to see which one is going to push beyond the other, and they're like seeing who can win it. Well, let's see who can win it this time. Somebody's bound to win, right? Because it's like Vegeta's now getting closer. Oh dang, that was a close one. So, I just want to say thank you, of course, for watching these series. I have a lot of fun creating these. I'm trying to plan other things to do for Scribblenauts, but I'm about to... Oh, Vegeta won! Evil seems to prevail today. But I was going to say that I'm probably going to have less time because I've gotten a new job recently. That's going to make me have a lot of time commitments and things like that. I will, of course, still give time to the YouTube channel. The month of May should have a lot to do because Mrs. Kendo is going to be going to some rehearsals at night for a show she's casting podcast in. So during the nights, I'll have those free pretty much. So I'll probably do a lot of YouTube stuff in May, but beyond that, I'm just hoping that, I'll have enough time to get some semi-regular uploads. I could probably do at least once a week, something like that. So please do not feel like Dr. Kendo's not going to upload anymore. I don't plan on stopping, of course, but I'm just a warning. It may not be as regular. But otherwise, I appreciate your attention, and of course, I love all of you supportive subscribers, so I will catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.
Down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives as the spectacle begins. I've been down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives as the spectacle begins.
Been around the country and no other place is home. Nothing